The world's largest retailer, Amazon.
Amazon gonna close several Amazon Go stores across the country.
For Amazon, the online retailer says it's cutting 9,000 employees in the coming weeks.
He expects more layoffs.
Amazon is failing to keep workers safe.
Economy is slowing. The online sales number
growth is slowing a lot faster.
When even one of the most powerful and better established retailers in the whole world is scrambling to navigate through the storm that's hitting the retail sector right now, then you know for sure that something really scary is happening. Amazon, the largest online retailer and tech powerhouse on the globe, is coping with a series of challenges that range from billionaire losses, crashing stock value, mass store closings, layoffs, negative profits, and a chilling outlook for 2023 and beyond. At this moment, we are watching one of the biggest players in the market being absolutely crushed in the brick-and-mortar sector as high inflation and soaring interest rates affect businesses and consumers alike. This is the carnage we have been warned about, and the worst is yet to come. Today, we've decided to compile several facts that reveal why Amazon's retail stores are being financially eviscerated and why they are doomed to fail. But before moving on, we kindly ask you to support our work with a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss our next list. Without further ado, here are 15 signs that Amazon stores are in deep, deep trouble. 1. The 2017 Whole Foods acquisition was probably a fiasco. Amazon is shuttering dozens of Whole Foods stores all over the US as cash-strapped consumers turn to big box and discount retailers to stretch their dollars as far as they possibly can. A source familiar with the matter told Insider that many more locations may soon be on the chopping block, given that the organic grocery chain is struggling with declining profits for several quarters now. Even CEO Andy Jassy has admitted that Amazon is postponing new store openings and canceling plans for new locations until they figure out how to differentiate themselves from other established competitors in the market. Since Amazon bought the organic supermarket chain in 2017, very little has been done to boost the growth of the business, says Leslie Hansel of Riverbend Consulting, a retail consultancy firm. Amazon is failing to adapt to the food sector's wafer-thin profit margins, and the company is losing the competition against other major grocery retailers who already have consumers in their pocket. Retail consultant Richard Hyman said that Amazon decided to enter a highly competitive industry without fully considering where it fits in this market, and it's going up against food retailers that have had decades to master a complicated trade. Being big on its own is nowhere near enough to be good, he told Insider. Amazon is not a retailer, it's a tech company, and their absolute core competence is in tech, where they should have stayed. 2. Amazon has a dismal share of the grocery market. While Walmart, the largest grocer in the US, has over 25% of the grocery market share, according to Euromonitor, Kroger has just over 8% and Albertsons has roughly 5%. Amazon commands just 1.2% of sales in the grocery market. If anything, Amazon seems lost when it comes to opening a viable grocery chain, says retail consultant Brittane Ladd, who formerly worked as a strategist for the company's grocery business. Unfortunately, Amazon right now does not have any strategy for physical grocery stores, just a bunch of ideas, Ladd highlighted. Amazon's biggest mistake was not following up its Whole Foods acquisition with any meaningful integration or expansion of the brand. Did the Whole Foods acquisition set the world on fire? No. Did it take market share? No. Its presence in the sector is being put into question as it fails to innovate. 3. U.S. consumers aren't particularly attracted by Amazon Fresh stores. The few Amazon Fresh retail stores that are still standing in the U.S. are about to close soon. The company is shuttering all locations in this format to focus on other projects considered more profitable after seeing consumer demand collapse. A couple of months ago, CEO Andy Jassy said that the US retail giant didn't nail down a successful model when it comes to Amazon Fresh stores. "We're still trying to find a format that we think resonates with customers," he said. "Like any physical retailer, we periodically assess our portfolio of stores and make optimization decisions along the way," an Amazon spokesperson said in a statement emailed to CNBC. 4. Amazon Go convenience stores are a total mess. Earlier this month, Amazon announced that it is permanently closing several of its high-tech cashier-less convenience stores as a move to pull back from some of its brick-and-mortar operations. Critics say that Amazon has made the mistake of focusing too much on the tech in stores rather than the retail experience itself. Amazon Go's unique selling point is that you can pick up a product and walk straight out without having to line up. But analysts argue that's not enough. Neil Saunders, managing director of Global Data Retail, told Insider that these stores are solving a problem that doesn't exist. Consumers are not going to shop somewhere just because it has walkout technology or a fancy cart that scans items as you add them. They need something else to entice them, he said. But the issue is that Amazon doesn't know what this enticing factor is, he stressed. The bottom line is that Amazon doesn't really have its act together in grocery. It's sort of stumbling around in the dark to see what might work, and it's been doing that for a very long time. 5. Pop-up stores will go poof in 2023. Some of the last kiosks of Amazon's pop-up stores located in Whole Foods and Kohl's are being shuttered right at this moment. The format was another no for U.S. customers, and the decision was made after several quarters of shrinking revenue. The company said it has more lucrative plans to work on. 6. Its bookstore business is officially over. Amazon confirmed to Reuters that it is closing all of its physical bookstores across 12 states. Amazon Books once was one of the largest bookstore chains in the country, but analysts argue that the decline of the stores may be related to the fact that Amazon tried to emulate its online business model on physical retail instead of adapting to the market. This translated to stocking shops with books that had high online ratings, displayed with reviews from the Amazon website. Spending time browsing here was among my most dismal shopping experiences in recent memory. Joyless, arbitrary, spiritually empty. And that was before a 20-something guy bounded into the store and started screaming, "Alexa, Alexa, Alexa, read a New York Times review of a store in Soho." Antiseptic and bewildering, said the New Republic, which pointed out that readers generally didn't care if books were on a lot of other people's wish lists, had 4.8 versus 4.7 stars, or were hot on Amazon. Many people noted that the bookstore selection was incredibly sparse, much more so than a normal bookstore, in part because the books were all displayed facing out to attract maximal attention and showcase their data points. The New Yorker called the Columbus Circle store reminiscent of an airport bookshop, big enough to be enticing from the outside, but extremely limited once you're inside. Ouch. 7. 4-star stores will likely be a thing of the past too. Similar to Amazon Books, 4-star stores are filled with well-reviewed toys and household products arranged with all the logic of an Amazon warehouse. That is to say, algorithmically. The 4-star stores are an attempt to combine Amazon's in-store and online experience by offering top-selling products on the web at physical locations, but sales growth of 4-star stores has noticeably lagged the company's sales on its online business. Since 2019, 4-star stores have been a big loss of money for the company, and many of them have already been shuttered. 8. The retail giant is also ditching warehouse plans. According to Bloomberg, Amazon is abandoning plans for warehouse expansion amid fears of a prolonged economic downturn. Industry reports tracked cancellations, closures, and delays. Andy Jassy said on a quarterly call with investors that right now his top priority was cutting costs in the company's operations to weather the storm that is coming. 9. Amazon is the retailer conducting the largest number of job cuts right now. Due to a state of economic uncertainty, Amazon is preparing to lay off an additional 9,000 employees starting this month. That comes after the company cut 18,000 jobs in January to readjust to a potentially recessionary outlook. Like many companies, our business has been impacted by the current macroeconomic environment, and revenue growth has not kept pace with our expectations, a spokesperson noted. In order to run our business sustainably, we've made the very difficult decision to shrink the size of our workforce. On top of that, last week the company said that about 400 employees in human resources and 100 employees in its video games business are also going to lose their jobs in the months ahead. 10. Over 100,000 jobs have been cut since 2021. At the peak of the pandemic boom in online retail, Amazon employed more than 1.6 million part-time and full-time workers. Its latest financial report shows that number is now down to 1.5 million, meaning that over 100,000 employees have been laid off in the past 24 months. 11. Competitors are innovating more rapidly. In areas where Amazon should be the pioneering force, other major retailers are taking the lead. For instance, in 2022, Walmart made over 6,000 drone deliveries, while Amazon only started offering the service late December. In the past few months alone, Walmart launched text-to-shop and visual search features, improved its mobile shopping experience, and expanded the use of automation in its fulfillment centers. Walmart is also in much better shape financially as consumers gravitate towards retailers that offer the best value. 12. Amazon made no profits in 2022. After pandemic-fueled shopping sprees pushed its revenues through the roof, the retail titan is feeling the hangover. In March, Amazon reported its first unprofitable year since 2014. To make things worse, the company is also seeing growth slow down also in its biggest moneymaker, the cloud computing business, as companies scale back in the face of high inflation and interest rates. 13. Amazon faced a billionaire loss last year. In 2022, the e-commerce giant lost almost $3 billion. The fourth quarter of 2022 was Amazon's worst quarter four yet, with the company taking a hit of 27 cents per diluted share, or $2.7 billion for 2022, compared to a net income of $33.4 billion, or $3.24 per diluted share in 2021. 14. Amazon stock is being hammered as it sharply reduces its physical retail footprint after reporting its lowest growth rate for any quarter since 2014. Amazon shares crashed by 50% over the past year, with prices going down more than 8% so far in 2023. In fact, the company has been the worst performer in the big tech group in 2022. And 15. Amazon just experienced the world's largest collapse in market value. Bloomberg reports that this year, Amazon became the world's first public company to lose $1 trillion in market value. Now, to put that in perspective, that represents the market cap of 10 PayPals, 8 Intels, 19 Snowflakes, or 49 Rivians. The market cap measures the combined value of all of the company's stock. Investors are so disheartened by the collapse, they are rating Amazon as a poor investment right now. Now, all of these factors will continue to impact Amazon's brick-and-mortar businesses, especially if the company doesn't make the necessary changes to restructure its operations and understand consumer behavior in the physical retail environment. Many more doors could be shuttered for good in the months ahead. Hundreds of thousands of jobs are on the line, and the potential of a financial and economic downturn just makes the situation increasingly threatening. The retail sector is facing the most drastic shift we have ever seen in our lifetime, and not even the biggest names in the industry will be able to escape from it. Thank you for watching.